Hello everybody, it's Obvious Gaming. Today we're doing another episode 2 of Warframe build test, where we take one Warframe, one of its abilities, and kill a butt ton of enemies. In today's showcase, we're going to be using NESHA. I've heard a lot of discrimination and hatred towards this Warframe, and you know, he's not even that bad. You wouldn't take him out to like heavy lead missions unless you have like a lot of builds on him. But today, we're just gonna go against 20 heavy corrupted butchers. Oh wait, I forgot my build. Hold on. Problems with me. Always forgetting. So we're using NESHA, of course. Today we're using the boar, which has contagious spread, chilling gas, point blank, hell's chamber, frigid blast, and toxic barrage. Then for my deck Furious, or whatever, convulsion, barrel diffusion, hornet strike, lethal torrent, ice storm, gunslinger. And then for my Soretta, which is very old, but I use a lot, Vermin Scourge, Focus Energy, Fury, Berserker, Fever Strike, Volcanic Strike, Northwind, and Pressure Point. And I'm using a carrier that I really don't care about. Now, we can go against the Corrupted Butchers. This build is just all about warding Halo. Even though they really can't hurt me, it's just to keep them off me. They can't even hit me, guys. I feel like untouchable, not even kidding. But with warding Halo, pretty much what you're doing is giving yourself God mode in a way, not being able to be touched or killed by enemies for 100% of armor that cannot be, you know, messed with unless you're hit by another enemy. It does give you the freedom to reload your gun and not have to worry about enemies running up on you and killing you. Really, let's give it the freedom. Lose a single bit of my energy or my like stuff, but like, there's just no way these enemies can kill me. There really isn't. It's amazing, actually. This ability works really well with keeping yourself alive. I mean, this doesn't kill enemies, but it's a great ability. Well, of course, for keeping yourself alive. And then the ability that I really actually wanted to test was actually Divine Spears. But I would not use this ability by itself. I would recommend putting on Warding Halo than casting this ability. So when you are killing these enemies, you know, you have a better chance of killing them instead of actually just dying instantly. And of course we have Blazing Chakram, which I really don't care about. Blazing Chakram, I barely actually use. The only time I actually use it is when I'm going against corrupted heavy gunners and I'm trying to just heal. But that barely happens, okay? I never end up healing myself because this ability takes way too long to do anything. As you can see, the damage that this does is just knocks down an enemy. I could summon myself up right to them. Look, I'm taking damage now with warding. Hey, oops. Also, the thing that you all should make sure you're worrying about is that he is very squishy. Okay, you can't just take him out to like survivals by himself. I mean, you can do that, but you gotta make sure that your warding Halo's on. Did I summon them? Oh, that's boring. I guess they decided to flee, or did I even summon them? There you go. I think they just died. So, of course, with this ability, only thing I'm actually using it for is knocking an enemy down. Of course, this ability does like no damage whatsoever, besides his health. Oh my gosh, again? Forgot they eat it up so fast. Only time I use my Soretas if I'm going against heavy gunners, so I can do this to them. Then I channel to get more damage, and then yeah, it becomes an interlocking stun. And Divine Spears is the only time I actually would use this weapon is if I'm using like, you know, Blazing Chakram or my Soreta. Yeah, but that's pretty much about it. If I could just get her dead. Let me just get you down. Oh my goodness. Hello. There we go. Dead. Now, the pros and the cons about this Warframe. If I can get up on the podium. Okay, so let's start with the pros, of course. So the pros of this Warframe, I like what they did with the aesthetics of it and the way it looks. It's okay. I'm not much of a fan of this big freaking ring on your back. Unless you throw it away, then it's gone. But it comes back. And, like, it's annoying. But, you know, it's good. Because I also like these weird little tinsel things on his head and they float in the air. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Now, the one thing I really cannot stand about this Warframe is that the fact they made him way too squishy. I mean, way too squishy. Like, you can't even, like, take him into a mission without having him get down at least 2 times. And by then, people are gonna think you're a scrub and then just not invite you because you're using a NESHA, okay? And the only time I actually would use a NESHA is we're in the void. And I have energy capsules, as you can see. But, like, that's about it. Only time I would ever take him is not that long ago. I've not really used him in a while because I just didn't know what to do with him. I really didn't. After I bought him, then used him, and then had a great time throwing him into enemies and killing them with Warding Halo and Blazing Chakram and Firewalker, you know, this beautiful ability that makes you extremely fast. Great for runs, but just there's nothing really good about him. Just not that much. His abilities are okay. I'm not much of a fan of Blazing Chakram because I really don't even use it. It's kind of weak and boring at the same time. But on that note, he's actually a really good Warframe. But there is just a big problem in the community, and it's still pending, about how you use NESHA. Okay? He's actually very hard to mod, and extremely hard to get because you have to do freaking sorties and then like trade in the chat, and like nobody wants to do that. So I bought mine on my birthday. But on that note, I was not having none of that, so I bought it because I was not going to sit there for like 9 days farming for one part and then still not get it, because that to me is disrespectful. On that note, he's hard to get, very extremely hard to mod, and it's just way too much. You have to add so much forma onto a Warframe, and then you start thinking to yourself, what's the point of adding so much forma if you spent like 3 days waiting for him, and then I have to wait like, and then like I add like so much forma, and then I have to keep leveling up. Like, nobody wants to do that. I think the energy's bugged out. Let's go standard. Yeah, 2,275. But on that note, I would probably not recommend NESHA for one reason only. He's hard to get. Unless you buy him, then good luck to you actually using the Warframe. But I only would recommend him if you're a good player and, you know, you're not that like having much issues using him. Because I do tell you one thing, this Warframe is energy intensive, okay? Look at my energy bar down there. Sucks up all of it. And I have Streamline on. Ugh, just so many mods. And he still takes up a lot of energy. On that note, he's a fun Warframe to use. I just would not suggest him in a mod or anything. Or just in a mission by himself. Or with anybody, actually. He's a by himself Warframe. And I prefer him better than Oberon. Because Oberon to me is trash. Okay, I've had him before. He's bad. I've tried using him. He actually ended up taking a long time to level up because all his abilities were trash, and I don't have time for a Warframe that's going to be trash and then not have any time to put into him. But on that note, I do probably recommend NESHA if you're like been on the game for a long time, you know how to mod. I would not recommend if you're new to the game, like you've been playing for like a couple months now. I recommend just going with the basic Warframes to get. Because first of all, 1, he's hard to get. 2, he's extremely hard to mod. And 3, it's gonna take a lot of time to get things on him. And I've never spent 1 form on this little piece of crap over here. For one reason only. I don't have time. Okay? I don't. I just really do not have time to level up this Warframe over and over. I go with the normal no forma build, and it works just fine. You have to sacrifice some mods, but hey, as long as you don't have to throw a forma on there and then a couple more, and then after that, then after that, and after that, I think it's better. But, you know, if you're new to the game, do not get him. But if you are been in the game for a long time, I do recommend you probably should get him. He's a great Warframe, that's a good energy pool, and I think with not a nerf, but a rework on NESHA, he could be an extremely tanky Warframe, okay? Same thing with Ember, they had problems with that. Like, she's always nuking rooms with her one ability. With NESHA, you can't really do anything with him, besides cast this ability, and then, like, use Warding Halo, and Firewalker, which is extremely useless, as you can see. Only thing you're doing with Firewalker is putting a blue mist of fire around you. And then what's the point of doing that? Like, legit, think to yourselves, people. What is the point of putting fire around yourself if it disappears, it doesn't do any damage? Look, somebody explain to me. Somebody. But on that note, if you're new to the game, don't get him. If you have been in the game for a long time now, I recommend you should get him. Also, do bear in mind, he does take a good minute, more like a good couple weeks or a month to get this Warframe, because you're going to be farming them sortie missions. So if I were you, make sure you have a squad every day. Make sure you're, you know, capable, and just go farm the absolute crap out of sorties, and hopefully you can get some other stuff besides NESHA, because I recommend nobody should ever get him. Unless you buy him, but then on that note, it's going to take you a long time to mod him, and then nobody has time for that anymore. But if you do like the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Across the universe, she lives on all